everyone, Shaked Baltal is here. Ladies and gentlemen, yours and mine, Carolina Panthers are 1-0 following a 16-8 home victory over the Dallas Cowboys. And ladies and gentlemen, watching the game, I saw some pretty good things from the Panthers. And I saw some pretty bad things from the Panthers. Let's talk about the good thing, fellas. We always like to start with positive things in life, ladies and gentlemen. And the good thing that I saw, number one, ladies and gentlemen, the offensive line. The Panthers played against a pretty good defense, especially front four defense of the Dallas Cowboys. And I have to say, for most part, the Panthers' offensive line did a pretty good job of protecting quarterback Cam Newton, who was officially sacked for 2 times. And one of the sacks was a result of Cam Newton holding on to the ball too long. Also, the Panthers had a decent game running the ball. And the wide receivers did a pretty good job of catching the ball. We didn't see drop passes like we saw last year and the year before that. So that was one good thing. Another good thing has to go to the defense. Ladies and gentlemen, if week 1 is indication, then the defense, my friend, might be better than last year's team. And the year before that. Now, I get it. The Dallas Cowboys don't have a lot of weapons on offense. However, the Panthers' front 4 and front 7 did an excellent job of getting a lot of pressure on quarterback Dak Prescott. Would I like to see the Panthers pitch a shutout? Of course, I would. But if you look at the stat, the Panthers' defense did a tremendous job holding Ezekiel Elliott, one of the best running back in the NFL, 2 years ago when he played full season. Last year he missed 6 games due to the suspension. So the Panthers hold them in total rushing yardage for less than 70 yards. My friend, that is very impressive. The Panthers did a great job of getting a lot of pressure on Dak Prescott. A lot of his throws were short throws that were incomplete. And part of it could be the timing that the Cowboys had, off timing between Prescott's and his wideout. But a lot of it, in my opinion, has to do with the Panthers putting pressure on Dak Prescott. So the Panthers did a great job. Even when they didn't get a sack, they did a great job. And unofficially, the Panthers had 4 sacks and 1 false fumble recovered by Mario Superman Addison, who had a birthday a couple of days ago, so he got a great birthday win. A fumble which he recovered. So, great job by the Panthers, putting pressure on Prescott. And another pretty good thing that I was impressed with, and that, my friend, was the secondary. Now, I give you, and I get it, ladies and gentlemen. At times, they gave up some plays that you go back and you say, oh, they should have stopped them. But you know what? When you look at the overall picture, you don't see the Panthers secondary on one particular play getting beat for at least 20 yards or more. You don't see them having any sort of missed tackles, which unfortunately it's something that we have used to seeing last year from the defense, from the secondary. I thought that rookie, Dante Jackson, for his first game in the NFL, he did an excellent job. The same applied to Rashawn Goldman. James Bradbury was great at the secondary. And Mike, senior man Adams, did a great job. And he came up with a huge tackle on Ezekiel Elliott that made Dallas punt. It was in the third quarter. Dallas was driving. It was 3rd and 7 from inside the Carolina field, around the 45-yard line. Prescott converted with Elliott, who had plenty of green grass ahead of him. He would have probably scored on that play, but Mike, senior man Adams, got an end on Ezekiel Elliott. He went down, and the Panthers stopped and Dallas punt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was a good thing. And another thing that I noticed, and I don't want to be crybaby, and I'm not trying to be that, but I want everyone to hear me out for a second. The NFL official today in my game, in the Panthers game, not in my game, I wish it was my game, but in the Panthers game today, I honestly thought that at times they screw the Carolina Panthers. And here's why. And I will give you one particular play, ladies and gentlemen. Just one. The Panthers were called, Tyler Morton was called for chop block, which we could say it was the right call. And I don't have a problem with that. However, when Dallas had the ball earlier in the third quarter, Ezekiel Elliott clearly on 3rd down chop block Panthers linebacker Shaq Thompson. And the official didn't throw the flag. So in my opinion, if you're going to call a chop block on the Panthers, you might as well call a chop block on the Dallas Cowboys when everyone and anyone could see that it was a chop block. So the Panthers won. Great. But NFL official, you have to do a better job. One team should not get away with the call just because so-called they're popular, which in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys are not America team. They are not that popular, and regardless of what one might think, when a penalty is committed, you got to throw the flag, even if it's against what other people say is the favorite team. So, I gave you my take on the official. I gave you the good thing about what the Panthers did today. And the bad thing, in my opinion, that the Panthers did today, that is the conservative play calling on offense. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I get it. Your all-pro tight end, Greg Olsen, left the game. Unfortunately, it looked like he broke his foot again, the same foot that he broke last year at week 2. And unfortunately, that is part of the game. But ladies and gentlemen, you cannot keep calling conservative play time after time, because guess what? It's going to come back and bite you. You know well, it's going to come back and bite you. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. Let's be honest, Carolina Panthers fans. And NFL fans who are watching this video, and I appreciate everyone who is watching this video. Let's be honest, Panthers fans. We said for the last 2 years, fire Mike Shula and let's hire an offensive coordinator will get the job done on offense and open the playbook. And what we saw today was the same formula, conservative play calling by new offensive coordinator Norv Turner. Take, for example, towards the end of the first half, the Panthers have the ball deep in Dallas Cowboys territory. They are out of timeout. 20 seconds left, 23 seconds left in the game. Instead of calling a pass, try to call a 10, 15-yard pass and go out of bounds. The Panthers call a running play. And Cam Newton get to the line of scrimmage with approximately 14 seconds left in the first half. The ball is at the Dallas Cowboy inside the 10-yard line. And instead of spiking the ball and take a shot to the end zone, the Panthers decide to kick a field goal. Let's go to the fourth quarter. In the last minute and a half, in the last 2 minutes, the Panthers have the ball with 2:15 left in the game. The Panthers have the ball. Dallas has 3 timeouts remaining. The Panthers, instead of maybe try to open the playbook, maybe pick up a first down, the Panthers call running play after another running play. And on third down, Cam Newton, instead of rushing forward, picking up the first down for unknown reason that we don't know yet, he decided to take a knee and go down 4.5 yards short of the first down when he could have easily picked up a first down. Now, Cam Newton sliding down 4.5 yards before the first down, that is not an offensive coordinator bad play calling. But what is bad, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Carolina Panthers on first down, on second down, instead of calling a passing play, get a first down, run the clock out. Instead, they call a running play straight to the middle. And Dallas did a great job of stopping the Panthers. So my friend, it's time for us to be honest. It's not the offensive coordinator that's the reason the Panthers plays calling is soft and vanilla. It's actually head coach Ron Rivera. And I want everyone to hear me out. I'm a fan of Ron Rivera. I think he's a pretty good coach. But I think since he coming from a defensive mentality, which is not bad, but when you're going to be calling offensive plays, Ron Rivera instinct is to play it conservative, to play it safe. And if you're not careful, a good team will make you pay for it. I mean, let's be honest, my friend. The Panthers scored 16 points today. Had it not been for Ron CMC, Christian McCaffrey fumble, and the play calling, the Panthers could have easily scored 30 plus points today. So yes, I'm happy and very happy to be 1-0, as it's much better to be 1-0 than 0-1. I'm very happy that the Saints got embarrassed today, that they gave up 48 points on the road to backup quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm very happy that the Atlanta Falcons lost on Thursday night to the Philadelphia Eagles. I am concerned about the injury to Darrell Williams and Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, like I said, he probably broke his foot again, which is pretty bad. Darrell Williams, I'm concerned that he suffers some sort of a season-ending injury. I hope that I'm wrong on both ends. I truly want to be wrong. So yes, to recap, the defense is great and it's probably better than last year's team. The running game is good. The passing game is pretty good. Cam Newton today played outstanding, 0 turnovers, and he had a pretty good accuracy, try to say it 3 times in a row, accuracy, completion mark. So, good passing game, good running game, but you have to be more aggressive if you want to move forward. And the Panthers are 1-0. Everyone celebrate. I also want to wish to everyone who celebrate Rosh Hashanah, including myself, being a Jew, being a Jewish person, being Israeli, I celebrate Rosh Hashanah. So to everyone out there who's watching the video, celebrating the Jewish New Year, happy Rosh Hashanah, happy Jewish New Year, everyone. And as I like to recap my videos after a Panthers win, which hopefully they will win every game this season. Let's hope so. Sweet Caroline, oh, I believe and never, no, I believe and never, no, Sweet Caroline. Keep pounding, Panthers Nation. We are 1-0. No reason to apologize for that. And let's go to Atlanta next week, next Sunday. Embarrass the Atlanta Falcons. We owe them payback in the Mercedes-Benz Dome after what they did to us last season, week 17. So let's go to Atlanta. Embarrass the Falcons. Send them to 0-2. Let's jump to 2-0 and keep pounding, Panthers Nation. Keep pounding, and keep pounding. Let's go, Panthers, let's go. And with that, Shaked Bartal, the Sports Guy Show, is signing off.